Hello, this is Goto. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions Remastered. We are at our title screen, and as the title suggests, it is Gregan time. Maybe. Anyways, let me rejoin you once this loading screen is passed. Okay. Alright, we are here. And it is nighttime, apparently. Last time we placed more torches, and we kind of started setting up our base area over there, but we didn't really get around to it. Since last time I was just kind of tidying up around here, I did some more farming. There's our offline indicator. You can see based on how much sugarcane has grown about how long I was spending in here. But anyways, I changed a few mods. First of all, I got the XML in-game info mod, and I don't actually have any of the in-game info things up here because like most of them were redundant. So I messed with my minimap settings. I put the in-game time over there, and I put the biome over there. That's kind of like, I feel like the primary pieces of information it has up there. It also has like temperature and humidity, but they're kind of like, eh. They're not really that important in this mod pack anyways. So they're not over there. I put some more honey to process. We have a bunch of honey here that we could eat. Honey is protein, apparently. That's good to know. um, we have a bunch of stone here ready to go. We have a bunch of planks here ready to go. Whoa, a lot of planks. Anyways, what I was actually thinking of doing, some of these materials in here we're going to need soon. Like, we're going to actually need more bone for some porcelains shortly. So, I was thinking to maybe spend some extra time to automate this really quick. Shouldn't take too long, so all I'm going to do is make a huge explosion of stuff in my inventory. Great. Let's just go ahead and pick these up. The easiest way to set this up will be if I just pick it all up, and then I'm gonna just use... So we're gonna have the ground traps in the same spots, but I'm gonna have them in this 4x4 situation. And then underneath we'll have hoppers, and then in the middle we're gonna have a chest. This pickaxe is broken. Let's get some sticks and make a new one. Do we have sticks? We sure do. Now you might have noticed we have gold and iron ore. Can we use that? Nope. Because to use that, we have to do some interesting processing steps here. We're going to have to... at first, we're going to have to use a smeltery. Well, not specifically a smelter. We're going to have to use the porcelain melter. So here, the porcelain melter recipe. We're going to have to use this to make it into molten iron, and then we'll be able to turn our molten iron into an iron ingot, and then we'll be able to use it like that. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep using flint until we get to that point of technology. Technologia. Sorry. Anyways. Alright, let's be careful here. We're gonna do... Oh, let me get my chest first. We're gonna want a chest down there. Let's grab some planks to make some chest. Just looking at my inventory. Alright. This should give us a chest. And then we're going to want some whoppers also. So let's do some whoppers. I don't know why I didn't grab more wood from the chest over here. That was my bad. We can use this redwood. I'm probably not going to build with it. Like, it looks kind of grainy. You might have noticed already, I do have a texture pack on. Let me throw the dirt out of here so I can show you. So if I show you the difference between the birch and this redwood, you'll see that the birch is much higher quality here. This is a 32 pixel by 32 pixel texture pack, and then the redwood is just the vanilla 16 by 16, so much less nice looking. Anyways, we know how to make trapdoors. Let's do that really quick. We need 4 of them, and then let's make some whoppers. That is not the piece of wood I wanted it to use, but sure. Let's make 3 more, please. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So let's go ahead and place our chest. And... we're going to need... the hoppers specifically on the bottom to extract from these blocks, if I'm recalling correctly. So now when we put these in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they have hoppers under them. They should be sucking and then putting into this chest here. So let's make some ground baits and test if that theory holds. Not ground baits, wheat baits. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and store what this has been collecting in here. So we already have some bones. Actually, this is probably sufficient enough to get started with, but it's not like gonna hurt us to make more. So let's go ahead and make more. So I'll just go ahead and use the string. Wait a second. Yeah, there we go. Ah, balance. There we go. I was having problems splitting that out properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and put half a stack of, or a quarter of the stack, I guess. Mostly because right now, string and twine are kind of our bottleneck. We don't have a great source of that. We're just using our cotton to make string. And it's taking, you know, with all of this cotton I have right here, I can only make 14 string. So I don't want to burn it all into raw meat at the moment. So, okay. Let's assess our torch situation really quick. Let's go ahead and grab some candleberries and some cotton. Get a little more cotton. Okay, that's probably good for now. Zombie brain, I feel like I do not need you in my inventory right now. Let's get some candles turned into wax. Candleberry turned into wax. Let's get some actual candles. Okay, there we go. And we can put the excess string back. I'm going to hang on to the scanner for now. Wild berries are just chill in my inventory, I guess. I don't know where those came from. Probably just like I picked them up at some point. And grab some more wheat, because why not? Grab some more candleberries, because why not? Alright, just put everything there and merge it to a nearby chest. Okay, let's go back to the overworld. And oh yeah, Crimson Praetor, huh? What I feel like I'd like to do, I feel like I'd like to fill in this little area of, like, dipped down ground over here. So let's go ahead and start by doing that. Let's chop down the trees that are in here first. There's actually a lot more trees in here than I thought, and I hope this axe survives. Ooh, and we have some colliding trees here. We're gonna have to do something about them. I'm being very descriptive today, as you noticed. Alright, our axe is busted. Let's just punch this wood. Hopefully there's only like one piece left up there. Alright, hopefully this is the last piece. Thank goodness. I'm gonna make this tree look ugly by hand punching the leaves so they're not all hanging over the pit here. And alright, so we have the area. Ah, man, there's another one here. I thought we had all the trees taken care of. You know what? Let's just go get another axe, and then I also needed to get the builder's wand is what I'm going to use for this. Oh, actually, you know what? Instead of the builder's wand, I want to go back to our quest book over here to the range building scepter, except not the range building scepter that I want the formation wand. So this is going to take the range building scepter plus an obsidian, and the range building scepter takes a bone plus an obsidian. So we're going to use a bone and 2 obsidian to make this one. And I'm going to be pleased with that one compared to try to do other methods of building. I think. Do we have enough EMC for 2 pieces of obsidian is probably the first question. We sure do. We actually have a decent bit of EMC right now. And then a bone. So, oh, we're going to need 2 of them, actually. So let's go ahead and grab 1 bone, and obsidian. And then this one's going to be the range building wand, which is like, it's an okay tool. I just don't really, I prefer the formation wand. How does this one work? Might as well show it off. So if I get some dirt, dirt's what we're gonna be building with. Here, grab a whole bunch. And then, how does this work? If we put like a dirt block in here, use blocks left to right as normal. Okay, we have dirt in there. Okay. There we go. I had to like shift a mouse wheel. I don't know how you were supposed to figure that out. Can we just like place this out in the middle of nowhere? Oh. Uh, interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that has some interesting uses, but anyways, that's not why I made this here. No. What? What is this interface? Jeez. Okay, get out of here. We're gonna go ahead and sacrifice this and turn it into the next thing. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to go ahead and turn a bunch of flint into sand of infinity while we have levels before we lose all of them doing something dumb. So let me take some gravel. Now we have just floating pieces of dirt out there. Have fun. So gravel, let's just take like a stack of flints. Okay, and then let's just bash our face against the bedrock here. Alright, there we go. 48 infinity dusts. That should last us for a while. I think we have that in a chest somewhere. Yep, bye-bye, infinity dust. Okay, and now we can use our range building scepter. Well, we could, but actually we need to... Oh, maybe we don't need to clear out this foliage here. Okay, we're gonna need to clear some of the foliage out. We're gonna need to clear out like the feathers and the candles. Feathers? Flowers, not feathers. What the heck am I on right now? So let's go and clear the flowers and the torches really quick. How about these? And these wax caps, I guess, as they're called. Also, totally forgot to make a, did not make a freaking axe. Oh well, such things happen sometimes. Okay. Just pick up all the torches. It's actually getting a little dark. It is 6 p.m. in game right now, so we're gonna want to finish this up quickly and relight it before stuff starts like spawning right around us. It shouldn't, because stuff doesn't spawn super close to you, but we're gonna need a sample of the block we are actually wanting to place. So I guess let me just go ahead and make a hole here. There should be some dirt under there. There we go. So now it knows we are wanting to place dirt, and boom, dirt. Pretty great, right? Dirt. This is the building limit, I guess, right here. And, oh, there's some flowers against the wall back here. I'm like, why is it not working? Let's turn F7 mode on as well, so we can see kind of our area as we're doing it. Okay, let's continue here. Dirt. Get it back on the wand's memory. And it looks like there was another flower here that we missed. Let me just go ahead and put some torches while we're going here. Getting a little spooked out by this. Very spooky. Okay, and then let's fill in this side as well. And go a little faster. This is much better. There we go. Very nice. Do I have enough dirt? Nope, I ran out of dirt, actually. Let me put torches where they should be needed, and then that should protect us from monster spawns. There we go. So it should be light enough around that area to not have a monster concern. Let me go and... What am I in here for? Dirt. Let me just type it. Okay, and I grabbed a whole bunch because probably gonna need it. Alright, nice and filled up over here. Can I go ahead and mine this oil sand here? I would like it to be not on the surface. This tree, honestly, like, this tree is buried here. It goes down deeper, but, nobody has to know, you know? Yeah, we can go ahead and mine this oil sand ore. Okay, I'll even fill in that piece of stone right there. Great. So one thing you might have noticed in the top left corner over here. Oh, you can't see my mouse cursor if I'm doing that. How was I showing my mouse cursor earlier? Oh, I had the chat box open. So over here in the top left corner, you're seeing this is an ore chunk. That's part of the in-game info overlay. It's just I've only left this one in, and then also uh some buff info down here. Why did JEI reload? Uh-oh, hold on. Did I must have hit like a hotkey reload or something. Reload. Reload scripts? Excuse me, don't put that on R. Are you crazy? Reload sound system? I feel like I don't. Well, it's on F8. I'm probably not gonna hit that on accident. Okay, yeah, that was just I hit R and bad things happened. Don't you love when that happens? Anyways, oh, I don't know why I picked these up. Let me go ahead and put these back down in this ore chunk. So if we hit F9, we can see this is the ore chunk. I'm just gonna toss them in here. We don't really need that many. Let me just throw them in the trash along with Terraspores, actually. We might need Terraspores. Let me keep those. Wax caps, I think, are junk, though. Yeah, these would appear to be junk. Goodbye. Okay. The rest of this, I think, is fine to keep. Canola. We can just turn that into canola seeds. Do we need canola seeds for anything, though? Turns into canola. You can get seed oil out of it. Crystallized canola seeds. Okay, that's going to be a while. We will need that eventually, but not yet. Okay, let's turn the chunk view off. So if we go ahead and do our scanner and we look down here, we can confirm that there are indeed ores up here. And in fact, it's rather close to the surface. There's how big the vein is. Pretty big. A lot of ore in it. Probably a good, like, few dozen stacks of ore. So if/when we decide to use oil sand, which I'm not sure that we really will, Feed the Beast interactions like actually is kind of like WIMP mode when it comes to power and oil and stuff compared to like uh regular Greg Tech. So it's like in Feed the Beast interactions, they give you like basically something that gives you a crap ton of power from a very small amount of oil. Okay, cool. So that is filling up. Let's go around and just do some minor terraforming around here. I wish I remembered how to get, oh cool, you can put dirt blocks in the, or grass blocks in the sky if I wanted. I wish I remembered how to get, like, dirt on my cursor without having to find a dirt block, but maybe that's not a thing. Like, maybe you just have to find it. Let's go, level the ground over here, I think, would be a good spot to do it. Let's just go ahead and fill in what we can here. We're gonna need, like, way more, what's it called, though? Way more dirt blocks than this. Why can I not build off of the torch there? That's kind of weird. Oh, I see a zombie coming at us. Where's our sword? Goodbye, zombie. And apparently we're gonna need to push our lighting situation back further in that way because, yeah, that's, we don't want them coming when we're not that close to the edge. Going ahead and grabbing all of our produce here. I'll leave wheat for now. I'm not too worried about wheat. I didn't mean to eat a candleberry. My bad. Let's see. Let's get some sticks. Let's take some planks. So, oh, I had planks. I was like, have a crafting table over there in the overworld. Specifically so I can make tools and weapons. So, just toss it over here for now. And let's make a sword real quick before that zombie gets to us. Hello, zombie, I see you. Okay. Get burnt. So where did that zombie come from? Like, I feel like that's really far away over there. Like, I see another one. Huh. He's just, like, coming from super far away. Where did that one come from? Hold on. This is the one I was beating on. Where did this one come from? I still have F7 on, right? I don't know, actually. Anyways, let's just continue working on this. We can deal with the zombie apocalypse while we're working. Like, why the heck not? Oh, I seem to have lost all my dirt, though. I might have quick deposited it in the chest in the void. Oopsie. Let's get dirt. Okay. Excuse me, good sirs. Just gonna keep on building while you perish. Alright, we're gonna need some axes over here for all these trees. There are many trees. Alright, one of the zombies died and then just immediately got replaced with another one. I don't know how I feel about this. And then there's another one coming. And then another one. Jeez, come on. Can I work? Alright, fill in some ground. I'm gonna need some axes for all these trees, so... So you might be wondering, hey, why don't you make a bed and then go to sleep so you can cycle through the day? Excellent point, except in this mod pack, I believe sleeping through the day is actually disabled. And I kind of debated about enabling it because I kind of think that's a dumb mechanic. Like, I'm just making my surroundings immune to monsters anyways. So, like, there's almost no point in, you know, not being able to just sleep through the night, especially if it's coming to, like, the sake of recording. But for now, I thought in the spirit of the mod pack, I would just play with a vanilla intended mechanics of, hey, you can't sleep, and also it's horribly dark everywhere. Eventually we can get some tools and power-ups and stuff to make that irrelevant. But for now, I'm just going to play it as intended, so to speak. Alright, anyways, let's chop these trees that are all up in the area over here, clogging up the world. And we are actually full on inventory, it looks like. Alright, this axe is just busted. Let's grab a new one. Not so much grab a new axe as much switch in the other axe I had prepared. I don't feel like I should have explained that. Me over-explaining things is a very common trope/joke amongst my friend group. If you know, you know. Okay. There's also oil sands over there, I'm guessing is where that ore vein is. Let's just pick these flowers up. We don't really, like, need them here in the area. This tree is fine. We can just bury it. Okay, let's go ahead and start filling in this back corner over here. We're going to want to pick up the torches. Oh, man, that deselected dirt off of my wand. Kind of annoying. Okay, I don't think we can use this to vertically build blocks. Oh, it appears that we can, actually. So let me make sure we don't accidentally do that. I don't think I'm going to accidentally do that because we're not, like, high up above this ground here, so... do I want to fill in this hole here? If you make a 1 block tall hole, it shouldn't spawn anything in it, but it might bother me just to know it's here, so I'll just go ahead and fill it in. It costs what? Blocks of dirt, literally? Like, so what? Okay, let's run around and pick up all the torches. And then we will continue placing dirt blocks. I need to go get more anyways. We're down to, like, a stack. And I also need to toss some junk out of my inventory. How are we looking for inventory here? Is lilac used for anything? It's used for magenta dyes. We turn it into a rose bush. So what I'm seeing is no, it's not really used for anything. Alright, let's just toss lilac. Let's toss, honestly, let's toss this random oil sands ore. That's going to be like way down the road if / when we use that. Same for these canola seeds, to be honest. Same for the avocado. I'll eat a wild berry like right now, but we don't really need both of them. Let's toss the other wild berry. Let's toss this random seed. Spider I'll keep. Okay. All right. Looking okay so far. Let's go and get more dirt so we can finish filling in these holes. And I guess, like, we're just inevitably going to have to go and do more torch placing out there because you saw, like, those zombies are quite a bother. And they were coming for us, so... Alright, I should probably not be placing torches like that. Like, I should be using the wand's full potential and placing them like this instead. Just really far away and a bunch at once. Because why did I make this if I'm going to place blocks 2 at a time? That's only like twice as good as placing them normally. I seem to have missed a torch over there. I just saw. We're out of dirt again. Wow. It sure takes a lot of dirt to flatten out some land. Jeez. Dirt. Okay. And hey, we can actually go ahead and start filling this in. Sheep. Okay, you're just buried in the ground now, sheep. Sorry about that. Got more torches here that I missed. Fill you in. Boink. Yoink. And fill all this in. Alright, just about done here. Got a couple of torches to fill in, but we are pretty much done now. Alright, no torches in there. Let's fill that in, let's fill that in, and... Alright, cool. That is looking all cleaned up. Let's go ahead and put torches back down. And if I keep calling candles torches and you're getting annoyed at that, sorry. But also, they're kind of the same thing, so not sorry. Don't worry about it, is what I'm saying. Alright. Okay. Gee, I feel like that's like... This seems like a pretty nice and big area over here. So I think we might go ahead and start this, but like I was saying earlier, I think we gotta push our threshold of baddie spawn blocking a little further away because those zombies were more than happy to come over and attack us in our area. So let's go over and continue doing that. To be determined if I'm gonna cut the video here again like I have last couple times, but let's just go take a look. Maybe I'll find something interesting while we're doing this. Nah, probably not, right? Are we gonna find interesting like a mushroom on a tree? Like this? Like, look at that mushroom on this tree. Alright, so we are going up towards this hill in the corner. I don't know that we really need to go up here. What is this? This is garlic mustard. Garlic mustard is a tin vein. So, tin. Tin without caps lock on. Can we see the tin vein here? Yep, we do see tin down there, so... That was an accurate mark there. Yeah, maybe we'll find some useful veins here while we're going along and placing some torches and stuff. I don't want it to just be like, oh, suddenly I have information around my surroundings that didn't happen on camera. Ooh. What is this over here? Have we picked one of these up before? Everlasting P. Is this like a lead and silver vein? Like a galena vein? Galena? Where's the dang chapter? Here it is. Dimensionality Overworld. This one. Everlasting P. Nickel. Okay, so that's Garnerite, nickel, cobaltite, and pentlandite. Okay, that's like a nickel sulfide, I think, or something like that. Can we see it over here, though? What elevation do you spawn at? Spawn range 10 to 45. So if it spawned at 45, the lowest we can see is 43 because our scanner has a range of 32. So it's probably here. We just like can't see it here. If I drop a little lower, can we see it maybe? Like if I go down here now? No, it could be deeper though, so... Oh, there's something over there. What is that? Oh, that's oil sands. We already have that marked. No matter. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do a nickel vein here. Nickel. And let's make this like a yellowish color. Nickel is yellowish, right? I don't know. Alright, let's turn around. African lily. What is African lily again? That's an apatite, okay. So this is an apatite vein here. Apatite. Aqua. There is a troll here. Hello, troll. How about you become non-existent? Goodbye. The troll enemies, I believe the way they work is that they will turn into stone in the daytime and then you can mine them. But otherwise, they're like an absolute menace at nighttime, so glad to find him and it not be nighttime. Let me go. I feel like I'm wasting torches putting them so close together. Let me go a little further out here. And this is garlic mustard again. Oh, I actually have two different tin here marked. Which tin? I probably marked the same thing, didn't I? So there's a vein here. That's not a vein over here. Let's get rid of this tin right here. So let me do my bookmarks menu. Hello? How am I supposed to know where this is, actually? Tin 2. Okay, this is tin 2. Just by chance it was tin 2. Can we options sort this by something? Ooh, this seems problematic. We like can't sort this by like distance or anything. How am I supposed to know what's where? Teleport command, sort by unsorted. Oh, here we go. Sort by initial, by color, by distance. Okay, by distance. Okay, now we know tin 2 is the tin that we're standing on top of. Okay. And we can delete it. Goodbye. That's much better. That was gonna be like insufferably impossible to use if we couldn't sort that list by something. And there's some snow over here. Ooh, what is this? Hydrangea. Hydrangea? Sorry, I can't pronounce like anything. Hydrangea is galena, which is a lead and silver ore vein. So let's go ahead and I'll just go ahead and add a galena ore vein here. Alright, and then let's go back to putting torches. I feel like I've actually done the north edge of our base okay, so let's go and do the east edge a little bit better. So we're going to wrap around here on our corner. Finding the veins is like kind of fun at first, and then like later it's like, oh no, I need X rare vein. It's going to be very annoying to find. So a love it or hate it kind of relationship with that sometimes. Generally, I like it though, because I like just being able to go to one vein and then just like shut off my brain for like a good 20-30 minutes, come back with like an absolute bag full of a certain type of metal and then not need that metal for a while. Alright, we're getting lower on candles. Look at that. I said candles instead of torches. Oh, man. There's another tin here. Nope, not another tin. It's the same tin again. Okay, stop going in circles, me. Well, it's kind of the point to be going in circles here, but you know what I mean. There is Crassula sublata. Sorry. Sorry, any herbologist slash botanist in the chat slash watching the video. Let's find this vein really quick, the center of this vein, and then mark it, and then we're gonna call it for now. Well, I see the tin flowers again. Where is this flower? I think it's probably... We're going into very dark territory now. Okay, don't get killed trying to find a vein. Okay, there should be a vein here. In this chunk? Here we go. Okay. Quartz. What did I mark the other one? I think there was one over here that I didn't mark. My bad. Excuse me there. I paused for a second to let out a cough. Alright. So far we're okay. The monsters are not really spawning in yet. Oh, there's one. Okay, I spoke too soon. And he's got 2 swords. Excuse me? I don't know how I feel about that. Who the hell are you? Let's go away from that thing. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna keep placing torches out here because they can't really do anything to me while I am running away. Ore vein here? I see oil sand. Oil sand. Gray. Though I'm placing the torches, like, very much worse because now I'm just running while placing them, and I'm not placing them well. It's like okay though to have some extra torches out here. If one ever gets broken, then they kind of overlap a little bit. They're not totally redundant, but they are somewhat redundant. Oh, 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 oh. That seems unpleasant. Can we get this archer to shoot the spider? That'd be pretty funny if we get the spider mad at them. Oh, shoot. Spider shield has died. Run away. I don't have any regeneration potions either, so... that's certainly death to fall down there. Let's not do that. Alright, I do want... Oh, no, that's a poison spider as well. Get out of here. I do want to take out these skeletons because bone is a thing we, like, imminently need. So, can I do that without getting killed is the question. Oh, we did it, though. I almost did get killed, so maybe let's not try that again. I'm pretty sure there was also another skeleton over there. Because there were a lot of arrows coming. Oh, and he's on a horse? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Is he chasing me? Okay, we live another day. Whew. Well then. Alright, how are we doing on birch? We can put 2 more stacks of birch in here, and then let's put some stacks of birch to just kind of turn off F7. Put some stacks of birch in here, just kind of turn into charcoal. We can pick up this plant and then replant it, and then let's take some elixirs of regeneration. I'm gonna go ahead and drink one, and then we're gonna put that there to refill, except I shouldn't have done that because it's going to spend that entire charcoal to burn to cook one potion. Oh well. Not the worst thing in the world. Right, why did we come back? To get more candles. Okay. So, yep, this is kind of like early game Greg Tech. I feel like, I don't know, like, am I doing, like, the most efficient way to progress? Probably not. I'm likely never going to be doing the most I was like, what is that thing over there? It was just the birch logs. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm probably never going to be doing the most efficient thing to progress at any given point. But I will be progressing in general. That is kind of like my goal, to, like, have a semi-consistent stream of progression going. Alright, we got some more candles. Honestly, there's not a whole lot. Oh, let's check our stuff over here. Why is... Oh, I guess they just finished the bait. Well, we got some more stuff out of those baits, so that's a thing, I guess. We're fully healed, but we're hungry now, so let's see if we have some food over here. Food is just like the can I just keep kicking down the road that we're gonna have to sort out at some point, but for now I can keep feeding myself through the quest rewards. Yeah, so what I'm thinking, actually, we're like 40 minutes into recording. I think I'm actually gonna go off camera for a little bit and just do a little off camera work to place more torches around our perimeter. I think I've done enough of that on camera, so I'm gonna be right back just doing that for a little while, and you know, wherever I land with that is where I'll land. I'll kind of show y'all the area afterwards. Here's what we're looking at right now. So I definitely want to press this southern border and probably this western border more. Maybe we should put like some waymarks here. Let's add a temporary waymark here and here. Let's do a temporary waymark like here and there. So between that little square I just made is kind of like the outline of where I want to have lit up. So we can go down to where we were before, and hopefully there's not a freaking skeleton archer on a skeleton horse cavalry down there anymore. And just kind of keep doing that. So I'm going to be back once I have done that. Alright, well, spoilers, he's still over there, so I'm not going that way. Oh shoot. No thank you, spiders. I do not want any. Anyways. I don't know, is this like good content? I don't know. Anyways, I will be back once I have finished placing torches. So it's going to be daytime here in like a couple minutes anyways, and then it's going to be like whatever content at that point. There's a creeper on a spider, holy crap. Hold on, we gotta catch this. First of all, skeleton, zombie, go away. Spider, go away. This is actually, like, probably more entertaining than just watching me place torches, because I'm running for my life. Alright, got a spider. Oh no. Tiny zombie. Baby zombie. There was some version of Minecraft, I forget which one. It might be the one that Greg Tech New Horizons was on, where baby zombies did not burn. So basically they would just kind of indefinitely chase you. I don't know why I'm sitting here just fighting zombies now. I guess this is my life now. The sun's coming up, so... Ow, ow. Okay. Sorry. Let them cook episode 2, I guess. Here they go. A lot of zombies over here, actually. Our sword is broken, actually. It's broken, but we still get the burning effect out of it, so... In a way, it's still kind of doing what we needed to do. The sword doesn't actually like break when it breaks, so we can actually just keep swinging it. They're also slowly starting to burn in the sunlight now, so... There's something that does damage here. We can use the axe. The axe does a little bit of damage. Okay. That was, a thing. It'd be nice if they, like, dropped me some armor or something. Sir, come on, come on. Come on. No, we're done playing zombies. Goodbye. Hey, ooh, there's a mana pool under here. Oh yeah, we can't mine with a broken sword, of course. I should have known. My mistake, my naivety. How dare I? Alright, oh, and I didn't even have F7 on, so I walked right past the area. I want to start putting torches. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. There's a frog here? Okay, see, real quick, got a new flower over here. This, thing, I'm not gonna even attempt to say some kind of flower, not flower, fungus, because it says macrophilia. I think that's like a type of flower, right? Fungus. According to Overworld, that is this one right here. Coal. Okay, so coal and oil. Coal and oil sand? Wait, what have we been marking here? Also coal and oil sand. Coal vein. Coal, oil sand. Diamond? Okay, so this one can have diamond in it. What's this vein, though? Oil sand with this flower is just oil sand, and coal. Okay, gotcha. Slightly different vein. Where's this vein, though? Where's this vein centered? Should be centered, like, up here, I would guess? Yeah, here it is. This would be coal, oil. Okay, and so far, what's it called? Here we go. So far, we have kind of, like, done from here to here, and then here to here, but I'm running low on candles, so... yeah, we're gonna see how it goes on our way back over here towards the west. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pause recording. See you back in a bit. Another new flower here, the Asian copper leaf. I bet it has something to do with copper. Here we go, copper vein. So this is malachite, copper, chalcopyrite, which is another, it's like a copper sulfide, I think. Copper sulfate. Yeah, see, copper Fe. It's a cupric iron, ferrous cupric sulfide, but whatever, you know. So copper, oh, also pyrite, which is the iron sulfide. Sulfate. Sorry, I'm not a geologist, so. I'm not a geologist nor a chemist. But anyways, let's find the center of this vein. It should be parallel to this one, or in line with this one, so it's probably going to be right up here. Yeah, here we go. So we can just make this one. We don't really have that great of options here, do we, for the waypoint colors? Like, I wanted, like, a darker orange. Let's do red, copper. That's kind of like a copperish color, right? Anywho. Alright, well, I've just run out of torches, but we found the bachelor's button, which I believe is a lapis flower, indicating lapis. So let's quickly find out. This should be in this vein or this vein. Here we go. And just to double check, bachelor's button is, yep, lapis, aqua infused gem, sodalite, and lazurite. So go ahead and mark this as a, oh, okay, it gave us the blue color. Lapis vein. And I'm out of candles, so I'm going to have to figure that out here in a second. Actually, I guess I can just go ahead and show you my process here. So I'm going to use the /home command, and we are going to go get some more string and candleberries. Because, yeah, that's our only option for stuff right now. Don't really have much cotton, so we're running very low on cotton. Probably that's something I'm going to need to stock up on or just try not to use as much of shortly. So let's do like 45 candleberry. Where's our pot? Alright. Stick that in there, and then stick these in here. There's our candles, and we are restocked with candles, and I'm going back out. Alright, I continue the journey. Alright, it's like starting to get dark here in-game once again, so I'm inclined to just continue recording. We can kind of finish up marking up where I kind of wanted to mark up through. So we're now in this northwest corner. This is like quite a laborious and time-consuming process, as you can see. You can now see here what our lit radius is, and we just have this last stretch of ground to cover here, and then a little bit on that corner, and then we're going to be all done. So let's see if we can do that with this last 120 torches I made, because I don't have any string left after this. I probably should start figuring out how I can get string some other way. Or expand the cotton field is also an option. I know there's some ore veins here that I'm walking over. And we can go ahead and grab this one. What is this? That is this. This is olivine. Olivine is like this green gemstone, I guess. Olivine. Okay. Because actually when I'm placing the bookmark in my little bookmark thing, it pauses the game, so I don't have to worry about wasting time / stuff creeping up on us while we're doing that. Okay, and there's a Gloriosa Daisy. This is a magnetite vein, I know, but we're also now being chased because we're in enemy territory, so I'm going to hurry it up. Running straight into the darkness to put torches seems like not the smartest thing to do, but it is a thing I am choosing to do. Oh, let's get some string from this tree. That seems like a very dumb thing to have stopped to have done. I almost got swarmed there. Alright. Alright, that's more or less how I wanted to kind of shape out this corner of the map. Now, I feel like I didn't really get to the X waypoint there that I wanted to get to, as not as close as I wanted to get to it, so let me just do another swing through here. We got one stat. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. We got... Hello. Please don't attack me. Thank you. Of torches left. Oh gosh. Okay. 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 We're good. Something has given me nausea. I am not a fan. I hear a troll. And I cannot really... I'm having a very hard time piloting where I'm going now because of this nausea. How long does this nausea last? Oh gosh. 4 more seconds. Please. Please, nausea. I don't even know where I am. Where am I? I was just like running and placing torches while I could barely even see where I was going. Get me the heck out of there. Holy crap. Okay, I seem to have survived. Okay, how's our lighting situation looking? Pretty good. I think we're now in a situation where we can actually start building over here and it not be like a freaking disaster waiting to happen. So, I'm going to call it here for today's episode. If you're enjoying the series, please like, comment, subscribe. Next time we actually start building... Why is this this sheep still stuck in the ground? Get out of there, buddy. Okay, whatever. There was one thing I wanted to check really quick now that I remember. Can we do something with wool to get string out of it? Ah, yes, we can. We're just going to need some iron to make a squeezer. That's going to be a next time problem, though. Or probably maybe next time, the episode after, something around the lines of that. Anyways, as I was saying in the outro, if you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, etc. Let me know how you're liking the new series. And yeah, I will see you next time. Goodbye.